It's so magnificent, but still so elegant.
We'll just wait here. We don't want to cause any extra trouble for you.
Ayako wouldn't mind.
Honestly, even if we did come with you, we wouldn't know what to say or do once we were inside. So we'll just leave you to it.
All right then, we won't be long.
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profoundest gratitude to you in person. Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi! Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the suddenness of our visit, for it is most improper etiquette.
What?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up Paimon's list of people to never mess with. Look! As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes, and it feels like you gotta be super polite.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. 'Cause that whole spiel was really tiring just now. Alright, we heard a rumor that Koujou Kamaji and Hiiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. The head clans of 2 commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is big news for the whole of Inazuma. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty Shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have to treat as a serious affair.
Right, makes sense. Ah, 2 true lovers becoming husband and wife.
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between 2 commissions are extremely rare. But these 2 truly love each other.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato clan.
No need. I'll visit them personally this time.
Huh? But
This is a marriage between the Koujou clan and the Hiiragi clan. The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious, but she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance for me to pay a visit to the bride and groom. Oh, and would you 2 care to join me? I presume you 2 have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in this matter. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too? Or...
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait, does that mean we helped
I cannot thank you enough.
Wait, you're the Yashiro
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people in the world who quite enjoy doing chores, but I am not one. Toma, I'm heading out with my 2 guests now.
Not a problem. Take care, my...
Ah, you're finally...
Ah, Yashiro.
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the...
So it's true. Well, there we have it.
Great, so our hunch was
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much obliged if you could keep it in strict confidence until an...
Don't worry, sir. We
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to...
Of course not.
I guess this is where
Aw, cheer up, Shin.
I'll try.
All right, then. Please excuse...
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant...
I don't mean to impose, Sir Koujou. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations in person.
Oh, I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa, I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can...
You're far too modest. Highly of you.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is...
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Come on now. Pardon me.
It's perfectly all right. Please, it's a joyous occasion. Lighthearted is exactly how things should be.
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should be allowed to stand in its way. No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and I'm sure you are prepared for whatever challenges may lie ahead.
Indeed I am.
So please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already well prepared. Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles me a little.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiiragi's father, Hiiragi Shinsuke, is still in prison. If you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiiragi and Koujou clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public and in the Kanjou Commission are not likely to be in either of your best interests.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible. Oh, he is the worst!
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I disappoint— well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So—
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another, clearly and completely. And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just—
Apologies, my friends. And
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten put no surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Yeah, even if it's kinda irritating to see you all smug like this, it's still a happy occasion. Good luck on the day, and have a happy wedding!
thank you all.
We have some other business to attend to.
Very well.
He seems busy. That must be true for him.
You're right. What do you think, Traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but it bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of them—
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. Secondly, and more importantly, if we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient. Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro Commissioner would— My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, it is better to look at the situation itself. If the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough and thoughtful, just as much—
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through.
Only if we are to take Koujou Kamaji at his word. But I wish to know Hiiragi Chisato.
Huh.
Don't worry about it. If she's as committed as— Well, life isn't always a
There is still much to prepare for the wedding. Should we also invite some prominent business?
At the very least, we should send them in.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the...
As it happens, would Lady Hiiragi have...
All ladies and...
But please,
Hey, Paimon is none.
You may... We don't wish to impose... Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion. We're merely doing the best we can to make this...
when the time comes, we'll invite...
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas. I'm one of his regular customers.
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Ah, it's you. Good. Seems like you're always showing.
Oh?
Yup, we tried his dango milk a while back with the Almighty Shogun and Inazuma...
Ah, I see. So you were involved in that. I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two. I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito.
Thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my... So I gave it a lot of thought.
Sounds interesting.
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts, as well as dango. I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but...
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, the whole idea was to let my...
Excellent. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What?
I do indeed.
You really think that's gonna turn...
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. Traveler, anything?
Sounds like a risky choice.
3 milks with lavender melon.
No problem. Here, your milk is ready.
Yep, just as Paimon suspected.
I think it tastes all right. It makes me...
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon's...
Taste is your key concern.
Obviously! Tasty food and drinks are some of life's
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man. Yes. No one has unlimited... Having my sister attend public events.
We're just passing the time here, though, right?
One or two things. Let's continue this discussion. I noticed something before we left the Hiiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are... But...
What do you mean?
Hiiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjo Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Koujou clan. If I belonged to one of the assisting clans to the Hiiragis, I would not be feeling optimistic about the future. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I highly doubt it is because they simply do not realize. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, the more I think back over that conversation, keep a close eye on them.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quiet.
Merely doing my duties.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we...
Well received.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiiragi's previous...
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiiragi.
Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but
It's been a while, Lady Hiiragi.
this is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you. You must be so busy.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servant. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a...
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work hard. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will start...
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. But Kamaji has been so supportive.
It sounds like you have some considerable...
Yes. Well, there are so many things I need to consider. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the Koujou Commission's officers, Shinojo.
Oh, really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell me. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji. He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Koujou clan, that pillar is taken away. There will no longer be a voice of authority in the Hiiragi clan. And it could be a disastrous move for my personal image, too.
It's just two families becoming one big family, though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiiragi will belong to the Koujou clan. The Koujou Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe I went along with it all too easily. Maybe I allowed myself to be pushed into this. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. For instance, by helping you gather your thoughts on the matter. Now, we heard from Sir Koujou that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Koujou thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have kept that part to myself.
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose-designed, what with all the fancy lettering and...
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it... Yes, I think so. Oh.
Sir Koujou maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh?
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that the origin of the letter is ultimately not of great importance. Who knows? Perhaps Sir Koujou was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about the details of his playful proposal.
I understand. As you say, ultimately, the origin of the letter doesn't matter. But my position does matter. Kamaji and I thought that we needn't worry about anything that lies ahead, because we can face it all together. But now, I think I should give it some more thought.
Marriage is the most important decision of your life. Don't let yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult times. I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to make any decision that goes against your will. To be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you may enjoy a bright and beautiful future, not a bittersweet one.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough, Sir Kamisato.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over...
Oh, wait! Let me see you at...
Thank you, Lady Hiiragi. Traveler.
Hiiragi Chisato is on a totally different page than Koujou Kamaji. Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions? Couldn't you just have told her what you'd do in her position? 'Cause Paimon's pretty sure you have an idea.
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiiragi Chisato has yet to see it. We must be vigilant.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjo Commission. This person is presumably also responsible for the mysterious and misleading letter. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiiragi Chisato's future, while the heads of the supporting clans ostensibly have no concern at all. It doesn't add up. When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior. Yes, it's a smart strategy, far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission's Takatsukasa clan. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the family. But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them, all under the guise of simply encouraging a wedding. With Hiiragi Chisato having married into the Koujou clan and the head of the Hiiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjo Commission. Eventually, another clan would take the Hiiragi clan's place. Actually, we have evidence. His name is Shinojo.
Shinojo?
Yes, sir.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission off?
Yes.
As I expected, they cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. They have to act now while the Hiiragi clan is at its weakest. Hiiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Koujou Kamaji, and the wedding was sure to go ahead. But, After Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes, Officer Shinojo has interfered with their plan.
But why did they suspect him and not us?
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time.
No way. Whew. But Chisato got what you meant about the letter, though.
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. They will not be inclined to respect Hiiragi. Her stance was so passive that she was easily Despite all of this, she still when she formally marries into the Koujou clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiiragi clan, her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Marriage is such a trap.
Easier said than done. The perpetrators are manipulating everything from the shadows. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening, we will become the villains of the story and face immense public...
So what do we...
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option is to come out from the shadows and bare their fangs. But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinojo. He has done nothing wrong and does not tell me where Shinojo is. Stop this.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master.
Really?
Who goes there? Soldiers, quick!
Get a little chilly.
Cascade.
A moment, please. I won't forget this. You must withdraw.
Kamisato Ayato. Suiyu. Cascade.
I must withdraw. Blast. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. But...
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh...
Let's follow it and...
No, my sword!
body and mind.
Oh, thank the... Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally...
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazuma is at stake. My hitherto neutral stance ends now. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle the...
That's...
Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Traveler, Paimon.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner, I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not in good conscience stand idly by. Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. But true, I dare say, the poor...
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. Even if she marries into the Koujou clan, Lady Hiiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiiragi clan, and the most distinguished member. We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principle, even if we put it down to a rare...
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. For instance, a merchant from abroad. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself.
Keep...
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away. lest the song it sings lead you astray.
You... I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you hit?
Far from it. In my mind, the Koujou Commission is made up of honorable individuals. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiiragi from her position in the Koujou Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please...
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than even an ordinary servant. You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not sure whether it's because you're smart enough to play the system. In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura.
Is that right? Then tell me, this is at most a Koujou Commission issue. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, might I be so bold, then, as to question your motives in doing so? I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Koujou Commission and Tenryou Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat to you personally. So you come here with an elaborate excuse.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit, you clearly are far more talented than I at monitoring the power balance within the Tri-Commission.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing... The notices have already been sent out. Most of the public weren't aware that Koujou Kamaji and Hiiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet, it's all anybody's talk. Once the notices go out, that's it. So
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most.
Kamisato Ayato...
You've made your move. Now,
what do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Koujou Commission and the Tenryou Commission? Isn't it at all possible that the Koujou Commission becomes marginalized as a consequence of this union? Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you. That will be...
Hey! What was all that?
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they ended up coming out from the shadows and revealing them. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll...
Look at this. The daughter of the Koujou Commission.
Sounds like an all...
For sure.
Good luck to them, Mike.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to... But only if Koujou Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden.
Yeah, about...
I see. So someone...
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady...
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love. And I've promised her that I'll do
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection. Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that, deep down... I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so... I'm sure you admire Lady Hiiragi for being the independent, gentle... For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you. For the rest, are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are no...
I have a plan. But, Sir Koujou, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary, it's a terrible idea that will marginalize. The context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiiragi clan. And the key to their success is coming up against no resistance to the marriage from the Tenryou. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make a move against the weakened Kanjo Commission. The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because... And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjo. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission...
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation perfectly.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiiragi's position from an unnecessary burden to an indispensable... By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjo. Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network of connections?
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our dear friends in the Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt, in that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. Sir Koujou, there are... It's almost... That person is one of Matsura's... Let's follow him.
Seems like he's noticed us. Knew he should have been quieter.
That person is one of Matsura. Let's follow him.
Did you see that? Sir Koujou Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
Body and mind.
That person is one of Matsura's... Let's follow him.
Did you see that? Sir Koujou Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Koujou Kamaji being overcautious.
The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like the whole Tenryo Commission.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through.
Please don't be alarmed, as I'm sure Sir Koujou decided to send for Lady...
I see.
We are here to clear the way, not just us either. Sir Koujou holds Lady Hiiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect.
I understand. Drat. It's exactly as They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. Now, we wait patiently.
Is it really gonna...
If you're curious to find, I have some other... In any case, we've made our... Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really... Paimon too...
I wonder what's on the other side of it.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat. Time to act.
These people from the Tenryou Commission.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiiragi.
I heard that the Kanjo Commission, to be honest, I'd be hesitant if.
Shh, stay quiet.
Oh.
Body and mind.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days. Sir Koujou, since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay. We apologize. It was not. We promise our. If this stalemate continues.
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at— I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross—
Yeah, good advice. With him, if Lady Hiiragi is really—
maybe—
Hiiragi Chisato is now at the center of every... By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But what about what she thinks?
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there.
Don't worry, we can explain everything.
After the Tenryou Commission, I never would have thought that... I'm sorry. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything... I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed... I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also...
Ah, Lady Hiiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone You. Wait, you're the ones who are with the Yashiro What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to—
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here—
Friends? Oh, Lady Hiiragi, I told you already. These are exceptional circumstances. You are extremely important to us. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you... This is not...
Understood, my lady.
Good job, Chisato!
I was so nervous. Yes,
We had a serious discussion, and in all honesty... I'm so sorry. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give... I suppose you're the only person who can change the Tenryou Commission. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate short. Lady Hiiragi, might I... By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me. Yashiro Commission, I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious...
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally... So, please.
I know Lady Hiiragi is indispensable to... So, would it be at all possible for...
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to face the thunderous wrath of the...
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact.
Master Matsura, But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Koujou and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiiragi, if we fail to contain this, try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant, and as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all.
Yes!
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir...
I understand.
All right, you ought to return now.
Okay, then please excuse...
Ah, yes, Lady Hiiragi. I have something...
Oh? What? Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. But now, I'd like to take...
Oh, please?
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an... My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan. My mother loved him dearly. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Everyone thought that the Kamisato... It may sound preposterous now. Back then, I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents dying. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion... Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is...
The reason why Sir Koujou was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently...
That's it. The situation I'm facing now, when his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and challenged. It is time for me to make a stand.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want. It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary...
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiiragi clan. I'll think about marriage again after everything. This puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead, I will...
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot...
Take care, Lady Hiiragi.
Yes. In fact, my reason...
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone...
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy in his execution.
Even so, Paimon could... Anyway, it's kind...
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't... Well, perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. But for me, nothing. A stable nation is the prerequisite. But all I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission... Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiiragi... Dealing with the Hiiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and...
There were so... wait a second! You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning.
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiiragi Chisato was if you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise. I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she... Now, she has the chance to become her own person.
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect.
Didn't you like it?
Oh!
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure he's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have... It wouldn't have been...
There you go again, my...
Naturally.